Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? So I want to start out by saying if you haven't checked out the memberships here on the channel, we have a join button down below. Check out all those things. For as little as 99 cents you can support the channel. However, that aside, we are going to take a step back and play some zombies, because I felt like this is one of those builds that never really got off the ground, and maybe nobody really went back and readdressed it to see if there's another way we could play this. So we dug up the zombie list. I dug up a zombie list. That's actually funny. But anyway, I think this is a way it can work, and it's not the way you think it would look, but this is making metagame consideration, so let's just go get into it and I'll let y'all decide. If you're looking for quality binders, sleeves, dice, deck boxes, or other supplies, be sure to check out Ultra Pro's Smoke Gray collection this month over at shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn to save 5%. Okay, and while I'm thinking about it, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Choose all notifications. We have a lot of content that's going to be coming out for New Capenna. I've already started rolling it out yesterday, and you'll probably see some stuff today. And we're going to be doing an early release stream on Tuesday the 26th. So don't miss any of that. Lots of good stuff coming. Okay, going down the list. We're starting with 3 Blood Chief's Thirst, because we have to have something to kill early creatures. I mean, you can't really compete with mono white or against the rune decks without something like this. So we're going to go ahead and play Blood Chief's Thirst. Obviously, Champion of the Parish still on the list. If you're playing aggro zombies, you're not getting away from this. Now we're playing 2 Eaten Alive. And this is a card I think sometimes it gets glossed over, sometimes gets included. But what I like about this is it gives us some different options. If we have creatures we want to sacrifice, we can do that. We also have some creatures that generate zombies every turn. We can sack those. We also have creatures that just generate more creatures whenever our stuff dies. We can take advantage of that. And for 1 mana, when we're in a pinch, we can get rid of a problematic planeswalker. You can get rid of some big creature. So I like the options it brings to the table for us. 4 Shambling Ghast. Just a zombie, but it does give us the opportunity to kill things. It can help us smooth our mana out if we draw black heavy instead of blue. So it does a couple of things for us. Now, of course, Jadar, Ghoul Caller of Nephalia. This makes a 2/2 zombie every turn. Of course, the zombie dies, but we don't really care. We have things that we could sack it to, like Mokatai Soul Ripper. So you can actually just crew this up, sack that zombie every turn, get the +1/+1, and then you make a new zombie. You do it again next turn. So we're only playing 1 because we don't want to really sack a bunch of our creatures, but sometimes this could just be the kill card, so we'll see how it works out. 4 Tainted Adversary, obviously, and I actually don't mind this because late in the game, being able to play this and get, sometimes 4 or 6 zombies can actually be really good after a board wipe and give you at least another potential out toward ending the game. Blade Stitch Scab, just make all your stuff bigger, no surprise. We are playing 2 Go Blank, and I debated on this, but I was thinking about the fact that there's a lot of times against the mid-rangey control decks that sometimes you're like, okay, I need to get your stuff out of the graveyard so you can't get it back with the blood in the snow. Or I don't want you to have a graveyard full of things to use with Leer. Or maybe there's a Memory Deluge sitting over there we don't want you to cast, right? So it's like, Go Blank's doing a few things. And occasionally you get your opponent caught with 3 or less cards in hand, and then Go Blank actually has some extra value. So we'll see how it works, but I think there's enough utility here that we can justify it. Headless Rider, this is also another one of our, I guess we'll call it security blankets against the sweepers, right? We can play this, and then you kind of force your opponent to have a removal or bounce spell for the Rider and something to sweep the board. Otherwise, they just sweep the board and they leave you with another 3 or 4 2/2 zombies, and that still might be enough to get there depending on what's already in your hand. So hopefully we're going to cross our fingers this works exactly how we want it to. And then we have 3 Kaito Shizuki, and this, I know this is kind of the spot where a lot of people would be saying Necro Duality or something like that, but the reality is that card tends to be entirely too slow, and in more matches than not just doesn't generate enough value. I get why you would want to play it. Trust me, it sounds awesome. It seems like it would be really cool. And I will say, against the control matchups, Necro Duality is probably mostly okay, because if you stick it, then they don't have that many ways to get rid of it, though some of them are still playing Vanishing Verse, which could hit it. But I get it. However, Kaito allows us to just get that value throughout the game because we're going to be attacking. Worst case scenario, when you have Jadar, you just attack with a 2/2 that's going to die anyway, right? So you just go ahead and attack and then you replace it and boom, you can draw a card. Or late in the game, if you just need to get an unblockable thing, cool, that's a thing. But if we actually ultimate Kaito, we can actually use its ability because then if we connect, we just go find another creature, which most of the time is probably going to be like a Headless Rider or a Tainted Adversary, but very cool that it's something we can do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this being very good for this deck. And then we are playing 2 Loth Spider Queen, again, giving ourselves a little bit of resistance to those sweepers or whatever, but also giving us the opportunity to get cards, which is one of the ways the zombie deck did peter out sometimes. You would just play all your cards, and then you really didn't have anything else, unless you were playing the other, the other 3 mana zombie that, like, when a zombie dies, you look at your top card. If it's a zombie, you can put it in your hand, whatever, that whole thing. Like, that kind of helped, but it wasn't really as solid as we wanted it to be. So going with Loth, we'll see what happens. Then there's 2 Meathook Massacre, 1 Hall of the Storm Giant, 1 Island, 3 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 9 Swamps, 4 Clearwater Pathway, 4 Shipwreck Marsh, and 1 Field of Ruin. So yeah, this is what we're going to go to battle with. Hopefully it gets stuff done. Y'all know the drill. We're going to play some games. At the end of the games, we'll talk about, does this version work, or is there anything we want to change? We'll answer all those questions on the other side. Oh boy. Alright, we're keeping this. I mean, we would like to have blue mana at least on turn 3 at the least, but let's see what happens here. Because obviously we're going to turn 1 champion, probably turn 2 adversary. Like I said, I would like to turn 2 this, but we'll see what happens. Alright, no Fading Hope. That's something. There's the extra blue. Unfortunately, they played a 2/2 on 2. So we don't particularly like that. So we're just going to do this. And pass. Now we should be able to attack with Tainted Adversary at the very least next turn. So that's mostly okay, I think. Interesting. Alright, let's do this first. And this is where they play some spell, I'm assuming. Test of talent? Sure. We are okay with that. They must really want to hold on. I mean, I guess you hold on to it anyway, though, right? Because if I don't have another creature to play, then you're coming out pretty far ahead here on this one. But we're going to do this, play this, pump the team, get in there. All right, opponent didn't block. Goes to 13. I mean, our hand's not all that threatening right now, except for the fact that we have Hive of the Eye Tyrants on deck. But otherwise, not spectacular. Good news is, at least right now, I was going to say, the Quandrix Cultivator doesn't do a whole lot. This changes things a little bit. Yeah, we'll get in with this and this. I mean, you could double block the champ and we get to kill 2 things, and we are okay with that. Trade Orvar. Opponent says no deal. All right. Let's see what their plan is. They got 5 mana, 3 cards, but they got to stop a lot of damage, and 3 of it's going to be menacing, so I'm not sure what their plan is here. Well. Alright, there's a Drake. That, I mean, it blocks. Yeah. I was going to say, we're not blocking anything. Alright, we'll keep this. All right, what do we got? Nope, we're just putting something in for Tell. How do we feel about that? I guess we're going to assume whatever it is something that... Probably like a Demon Bolt. So let's go with this. I mean, I don't know that's what it is. I'm kind of guessing. But if it's one of the things that just deals like 2 damage to our dudes, then eh. 'Tis what it is. But it was not that. Well, now what? I mean, I guess we do this in case of a meat hook or something. Even though it would only be a meat hook for 2, I guess, next turn. That's a good follow-up to have. I don't know what's going on here. If we give them 5 creatures... Yeah, alright, I guess. I mean, only because I have the Tainted Adversary in hand. Ah, there's some white mana. So much has just been a Doomscar. Huh. Alright, well, I'm not sure what you're going to do with just the 2 mana. That's got to be way more than enough. Well, that was a silly game. Alright, let's keep it. Oh, that dude's wild. I don't think I've ever even seen this pet. What the hell? It's like a electronic sphinx? What is this thing? How have I never seen one of these? What the hell? It doesn't do anything when I click on it, though. It's kind of disappointing. Awesome looking, though, but disappointing. Alright. Does Champion of the Parish survive? It does survive. I don't know for how long, but it does survive. Alright. Get in there. Cool. Okay. They've got 3 mana. Nothing's coming for our champion? I mean, they might still bounce it or something, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I guess we get a shot at go blank here. I don't love it, but probably our best action. Oh, wait, do they have something for our Shambling Gas? Looks like they might be planning to use like a Field of Ruin, or not Field of Ruin, but Spikefield Hazard. So literally when I click on, all it does is just look at his crystal ball. Is that it? That's lame. Alright, let's see if we can get this off and see what happens. I mean, we still might be in trouble. My guess is we could still be dealing with opponent just playing land dragon. Could be a problem. Alright, we're going to get in there for a whole 1. Okay, Expressive Iteration. Well, they're going to recover some cards here pretty easily. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm looking for here. In all reality, maybe a Kaido might be our best bet. I don't know. I really don't know here. There's the Spikefield Hazard, so now even a Kaido's not great. And we actually drew it, but I mean, I guess we could play it. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this. I don't know why, I'm just feeling that instead. I mean, who knows? Maybe they have another Spikefield Hazard. We don't get anything for our troubles. All right, Unexpected Windfall. So they're definitely digging for whatever combo-y parts they need. And they've got a lot, though. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, should have nearly everything you need. Even if it's just a Leer. Leer's still going to be pretty powerful here. See if we get to connect for 3. We do. Does this get countered? Probably so. No, it does not.
There are many secrets I don't know, but not for long.
Alright, we're gonna draw.
Now, what do we have here?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, in the event their plan is to play a sweeper, we at least get 2 zombies? So that's a thing. Alright, but they got a ton of mana here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is tough because if they have Hullbreaker, I actually wanted to attack, get them to block, and then try to kill Hullbreaker. Ooh, boy. This kind of screws up our plans a little bit, but here goes. This is just stronger. We can at least force their action right now. Whatever that action is. Well, is their action just to activate their creature land next turn, or is it actually to play a Hullbreaker here? That's one we got to figure out. I think we draw first. I'm not even going to attack here. Oh, that's a bit different, though. Now I might attack because we turn off one avenue. Well, no, because that actually still has... Oh, it won't have hexproof before it becomes a creature, though, right? Yeah. All right. Or ward, not hexproof. All right. Let's see if it is what we think it is. It's not a Hullbreaker. Ooh. All right. I guess we're in business. All right, way to go, Kaido. Pulling your weight here, friend. Boy, what I wouldn't have given to have a Hive of the Eye Tyrant here, though. Yep, Spikefield Hazard works. So we don't get anything for that dying, unfortunately. All right, get in there for 2. I'm gonna draw a card. Hopefully something that helps.
Thanks.
Oh, boy. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself for overcommitting here, but the game's almost over. We gotta go for it, right? Okay. There was nothing that drew cards for the opponent there. Is this it? Oh, man. They can have all kinds of things here. Exactly. There's a Leer. Leer does matter. Get rid of Jadar with the one thing they have in the yard. They can block 1, take 5 at a minimum here. Oh, they're just going to take an extra turn, see if they draw something to play alongside their Leer. All right. Well, it's that, and then just lose? I mean, sure. Yeah. That checks. I mean, I'm not sure what the plan is from here. I mean, they have a card in hand. It could be something they can cast twice, right? It goes to the yard, and then they can reuse it. So there are some things here. All right, Swirling Mist. That gets exiled, then they die. Yeah, okay. All right, let's rock with this and see what we got. The fact that we're playing against anything that has blue-white lands is already going to be no fun. Yep. Well, what do we want to do here? Let's attack. Let's attempt to play this. And it's going to get hit with the disruption. Nope, just a negate. Okay, fair enough. Alright, attack for a hold 2. You could totally sweep my board right now, opponent, and I would be totally accepting of the circumstances. I think the only thing we can find here that might help would be like a Headless Rider, right? Yeah, that's not going to do it. We drew too many lands here in our opener. This isn't going to get us where we want to go. Yeah, I just didn't play Jadar there because if there was any type of sweeper or anything this turn, which could have been all of them, whether you're talking about Doomscar, burn down the house, whatever, we would have just lost everything with no backup play. This isn't even a great backup play, but it's at least something. But let's see what the opponent wants to do here. That's almost an interesting play for us. I mean, boy, it's tempting to meet Hook for 0 here. Like, really, really is. Knowing that we at least get to do some damage to the opponent. Golly. Okay, let's do it. For 0. I mean, this might also get negated. But, yeah, I was going to say, but we got to try something. End the turn. Alright, there's more white mana, so if there's a Doomscar... Well, no, if you had a Doomscar, you would have foretold it anyway, right? Okay, Goldspan Dragon, sure. And they're just attacking with it. They're saying, we don't care. We got all the cards we need in hand. Oh, that is just way late. Yeah, we're not winning this. We're just getting our butt kicked here. I mean, we'll waste some cards for sport, but we know this isn't going anywhere. I'm just playing this out because if they have any sweeper of any kind, we weren't going to be able to race them and win here anyway with this hand. So yeah, they could just deal 2 to everything or whatever, and that's good enough. Hinata, sure. And they could still kill a bunch of things here, so they're still in good shape. I mean, because they could hit us for 4, make a 4/4, kill off 3 things. But they didn't have it. There wasn't even a pause there. And what are we looking at here then? I'm gonna go ahead and try. I'm not totally sure what I'm hoping to draw, but I don't know, maybe even another scab or something else matters. But it's whatever it is, I want it pre-combat. Well, that's the thing I want, but unfortunately we will not be casting it on this turn. All right, opponent, what you got? I mean, obviously, you can kill a couple of things here. I think all I'm going to send with, though, is going to be the 3/2 Decayed Zombie and probably the Shambling Gas. With the idea that if the 3/2 gets blocked, we can use the Shambling Gas. If it also gets blocked, to maybe kill off Hinata. Don't know if they'll fall for it, but it's kind of like the only thing we have available to us. So sometimes it's not great, but you just kind of go with what you got. Yep. Sure. Yep, it all resolves. I guess we just get the treasure, because that's not going to change anything otherwise. And then, yeah, we'll just give this game up. All right, let's keep it. I mean, we like these hands better when we get to go first, obviously, but these will have to do. Conceal curtains. I don't know how... Ooh, I was going to say, I don't know how we feel about that, but picking that card up sort of changes things here for us a little bit. Let's go ahead and off that. Mostly because I don't know which of these we really wanted to have out there, and I like to be in control of that decision instead of the opponent if we can. Now, this does make playing this a bit of a disappointment, but this other play actually works out okay. And with that, and we'll play this. Okay, I guess we're attacking with these. I mean, seems fine. You know, sack and draw a card? Yep, sounds about right. Oh, unfortunately, this is just going to be a big meat hook, isn't it? If it's Loth, we're fine. If it's meat hook, bleh. Okay, Celestis, not as bad either. That's okay. That we can live with. Oh, and a Fail Stinger. Okay. Fail Stinger, no cards. Interesting. Okay, so I assume they block this, and then take 2, 4, 6. Go to 11, give us a dude. I was thinking, like, if we meat hook, does that do anything? All right. Yeah, we're just getting in there. Yep. There's not much else we can do. At least here, if there's a meat hook, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies, so that's 8, and then we can meat hook ourselves for lethal potentially.
If I won't be given a second chance.
Okay, that's still not bad. I mean, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're still attacking. That worked out okay. Okay, opponent goes first. We'll keep. Okay, that's good enough. Like, wasn't sure what we were looking for, but that'll be fine. We're really, really, really hoping our champion's not dead, but I'm pretty sure it's dead. Magda. That's unfortunate. I really don't want the opponent to keep a Magda, but I kind of also want to try to pretend that we're going to get to keep our champion. Let's see if they block, though. I mean, it's possible. All right, cool. I'll say they have a backup Magda or something probably, but it is what it is. Yeah, so there's some Jun shenanigans here. Opponent did not want to run that in. All right. No attacks. If this is enough to keep them at bay, then let's think about doing that for a little bit. May end up having to sacrifice our Headless Rider to a Eaten Alive just to be able to kill whatever big thing comes down this turn. Speaking of which, that's a thing we definitely would like to kill. We would like to kill that. Oh, well, I guess we don't have to use Eaten Alive now, do we? That's nice. And I guess we'll attack for 5. Well, that was convenient. There's another Magda, and I'd say there's always an and. Like, I was just like, there's a Magda, but what else? That's what we wanted to know. All right, so the question is, do we use any of our stuff here? You know what? Let's attack. With this... Boy, I'm tempted to attack with both of these, because I think they're going to chump block this, and we don't... let's not get greedy. Alright. We can at least do this with Kato.
Hope you're ready for some mind games. Thanks.
Dang it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play this. Lots of possibilities for next turn. And we can still block with the Headless Rider, turn it into another 2/2 if we really want to. I mean, no clue what they want to attack with. Headless Rider still trades with one of them. Potentially trades with one of them, I should say. Alright, sure, why not? Could be another Beseiju or something, too. That'd be pretty rough. Do we block Magda here? Man, that's so much extra mana. Alright. If they have something, gives it like a +1 or whatever, at least we're making them spin the cards. It wasn't there. Okay. And another Ranger class. Alright. That could have been a lot worse. I'm kind of okay with these proceedings. Ooh. Ooh. How now, brown cow? So we can attack. We can meat hook. 4th for the full 3. And then still have a zombie left and the Mulgatai Soul Ripper. Could save the Soul Ripper to block, or we lose Kaido to the creature land, which would be pretty sizable, have to admit. Wouldn't be pleasant. How about... I guess we still have a 2/2 to block with. Alright, let's try this. I feel like we're getting a little bit greedy, but... let's attack like this. Decline. We want to make sure we get a blocker out of that. Unless we find something else sweet off the top. I don't know what that would be, but let's go digging and find out. That's just a land.
Secret I can't uncover.
Not the best thing. However, we end up with a Soul Ripper. 2, do we have that? Sure. Let's go ahead and do this for 3. Oh, we'd actually kill our Soul Ripper now, though. That was a bad idea. That was actually a dumb idea. Why did we do that? Because I'm ignorant. That's the reason. But, you know what? Let's go ahead and still just get rid of their 3/3 here. I think we're okay with that. And yeah, let's sacrifice this. End the turn. So now we still have this to threaten a blocker. Opponent's at 7. We can have 2 menacing attackers. So I'm still kind of okay with this. I overthought my initial plan, which led to an ugly situation, but this is actually not terrible. All right. So they're going to attack Kato. Sure. I mean, I assume you need that to block, right?
I'm trying to help.
Yeah, that's it. That's game. Yep. And we just do this. Activate this. And then attack. sack this so it does get menace. And there you go. All right, cool. Oh boy. Oh man. I'm gonna keep this just to keep a tough hand, but there's a good chance that unless we draw a 2-mana thing that doesn't require blue on turn 2, or even a 1-mana thing, this hand's actually gonna be pretty ugly. Yep, that technically qualifies, but does not pump our duder. Okay. All right, that's a neat card to have. I don't know if it does anything for us here. Realistically, though, we threaten more damage with this, so I'd rather get in with this. We're not going to sack anything. All right. Opponent's going to block. No surprise. Oh, they're going to village rights. Okay. Thought they were just going to go search, but they're going to get all the value here. Okay, let's see what they end up doing. They can play a search for a land, play a land, go to 22. We can get in for 5. Possibly more. All right, we're likely just going to hold on to that. Let's kind of, well, hold on. Maybe we don't. Because if we play this, and then we crew the Soul Ripper, we get to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then next turn we'll have 2, 4, 6 worth of zombies, not counting what we draw off the top. So like, yeah, we definitely do this. Like, it's weird doing it, overcommitting with the expectation that we're going to lose our board, but it's still the correct play. And no sacrifice, we will decline. All right. So unless they have, I don't even know, they'd have to have some way to kill the Headless Rider and then sweep the board. But any type of, well, that's not true. I guess, no, yeah, that wouldn't work either. So yeah, pretty much any type of board sweeper, we're still good here. And then if we can draw, okay, there's the Doomscar. Now the question is, can we draw another creature off the top? Oh, we failed. That would have been lethal. I guess technically we have lethal with this, right? Do that for 2. Either way, let's gonna crew this. And then we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this for 2. All right. I'll sack this one. And then we play a land. And then we meat hook for 2. Whew, that's a way to get there. What can we even do with this? Boy, I guess we keep it. I mean, it's kind of a bad keep, but I mean, depending on what we're up against, we at least have a removal card. We've got a go blank to do a little something. So let's just see what happens. I don't know at all what's going to happen, but hopefully this isn't awful. Well, we'll try to do this. Oh, that actually succeeded. Well, that's surprising. I guess we like when that happens. Okay, they've hit their mana every turn. All right, question is, do we care that there's a 2/2 there? Because I don't know that we do. And even if we do, are we okay with... I don't know, let's see what the opponent does here first. Nothing, they just took 6. All right, we'll run this out here then. I mean, if they can kill this first and then still get rid of everything, like, so be it. Okay. They put an expressive iteration in the yard. Oh, they had another one anyway. Fair enough. All right, if we can also get an untapped land, we can just kill the blocker that's there and still get in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be pretty powerful too. Let's just see what goes our way, or doesn't. And they were checking their own creature out there. I don't know what that highlight was about. Gonna Spikefield Hazard our Headless Rider. That's always unfortunate when that happens, because then we don't get anything for it. Voltage Surge, okay. I guess you can Fading Hope that, and then it just goes away. So that's a thing. Alright. So that kind of creates another question here. If we believe that's the case, do we even attempt to attack with it, knowing they could bounce it, block something? And if that's their plan, do we go ahead and just target their token? I mean, they're going to bounce something else anyway. If they have it. I mean, there's a lot of ifs in this scenario. Oh, they don't even have that. Oh. Dang. I didn't see that coming. All right, well. I guess ultimately, same thing would have likely happened, though. We attack with everything. They would have killed it. I would have just got to keep a removal card for this, like, reflection, which would have been kind of nice. Maybe I could have followed up with a Kaito there. Yeah, it's a little tough. I was kind of trying to play around what was going to generate damage, but maybe it didn't matter. Maybe I just should have just attacked anyway. All right, that works. We will get the treasure. Oh, you got something else? No! Leave our stuff alone! Ugh, Cathartic Pyre. Ugh. Okay, well, that's a thing. That definitely happened. Oh, now we have decisions to make, and I don't know if we like these decisions. Opponent's at 7. We could attack with both of these. That would be 3, 4, 5. Put the opponent in a little bit of an uncomfortable spot. But then if they were to play a Goldspan Dragon and then copy the dragon, we would take 8. They would have 2 treasure and a card left. We make them discard 2. They could possibly still keep the 2 they need, so that doesn't really help us. I mean, if we just meat hook, that doesn't do much. This doesn't feel great. This doesn't feel great. I think we're going to attack. And do we just meat hook here anyway? I'm going to do it. And it doesn't use my treasure, so it leaves me the option open for next turn if I want to. And if the opponent doesn't have much and they end up leaving cards in hand, we could go blank to make us feel a little safer. But we'll see. Okay, that's pretty good. They're opening with an expressive iteration, which isn't bad for us. There is a chance here they're just going to find something to kill the adversary, though. Could be another Cathartic Pyre or some such. Which, if so, isn't terrible, because the opponent still takes a point at least. Kazul's Fury. So you're just trying to pump something up big and then fling it at us. That's good to know. Fable. Okay. Well, here's the thing. We're going to attack. remove, I guess, the removal card. Well, I guess both of these are problematic. Okay, opponent's down to 2. I mean, I got a little greedy. I could have just attacked for 2 and then go blank, which would have removed their yard, which I feel like maybe I should have done. But currently, there's no fading hopes. Not to say they won't draw one here. So even if they had Leer, they would have 2 mana. They could Cathartic Pyre or something. Wouldn't love that, obviously. But if we're really worried about Leer, we could also just go blank and then, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, they're definitely just trying to put big, huge creature into play and then fling it at us. Currently, we're at 22, but that wouldn't really matter because they're going to have a billion cards still in their library. Question is, do they have enough to deal with 2 creatures? Or do they have a way to deal with 2 creatures that doesn't kill creatures? That's the other thing. Because with them being at 2, killing creatures just gets them dead. Invoke. Alright. Well, there you go. Good job. Oh, but it can be only up to 6, so you actually can't do both of those. Okay. Iteration. And Cathartic Pyre. Okay. So I go to 1. I'm kind of thinking like you don't have a bounce spell. I mean, maybe they have a bounce spell. All right, yeah, I was just going to attack for 3, but I guess they didn't have it. All right, so who knew? Zombies aren't nearly as bad as I thought they were anymore. Now, admittedly, it does seem like the new cards pulled a good bit of weight in some of those games, so maybe that's what they needed to be competitive. However, I will say this. I think we could get away with pulling out a Soul Ripper, though Soul Ripper did win us a game or 2 in there. And maybe pull out either the 1 Loth or 1 Kaito. Probably a Kaito. And then keep 2 and 2 of the Planeswalkers. And go with 2 Overcharged Amalgam. It's a way to give us a counter spell. It's a way to give us an instant speed creature. It gives us a flyer. It can counter random abilities. So like, maybe that's the card we want in this list. It's very, very close. But I think I want to try that out. So I might actually have that in the downloadable version. So you can see the 2 Overcharged Amalgams and give them a try. I haven't put them to use yet, but it feels like they would make sense based on the games that we played today. But overall, I'm actually really surprised by this. So if you're looking at playing zombies, here's an opportunity for you. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Grimgrin, because this card's kind of silly. Now, the cool part about this is, though it is actually a zombie and it's blue-black, so it fits today's theme, it actually is just a big body 5/5 that, as long as you're making a bunch of tokens, you can keep sacrificing stuff to this thing. And it's actually pretty effing scary because every time it attacks, it just destroys the thing the opponent controls, which is kind of awesome. It's a pretty over-the-top card, and it's still fairly pricey. I think they still go for like $12 or something. So if you want one, it's not going to be the cheapest card to find, but boy is it good if you have it in the right decks. Now don't forget, like always, you will be able to download this list in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord, which, with new Capenna coming up, if you have questions or you want to get deck help or anything, swing by the Discord, come say hey. The Brood is actually a really welcoming community, and we open to everybody if you want to get help. And, like I said in the opener, if you hadn't done it yet, please check out the memberships down below, and you can support the channel for as little as 99 cents. And even if you don't do that, please remember to like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. Click the notification bell and choose all notifications, because I don't want you to miss anything that's coming, because we have so many things coming. Also, don't forget that we will be doing live stream early on Tuesday, April 26th. I had to remember the date, with new Capenna before it goes live on Arena. So be sure to see us for that. But otherwise, that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.